Hello everyone, my name is Apple Guy, and welcome back to the episode of Let's Play Professor Layton and the Curious Village. In the previous video we made a whole ton of story progress. We unmasked Don Palo as an imposter playing Inspector Chelmy, instead of the real Inspector Chelmy. We also got access to the tower for the very first time. Today's video will be making progress towards the tower, but first we need to go back and pick up some puzzles that we missed. Oh haha, it's you two lads again! A pair of odd ducks coming all this way just to see me. But lucky for you, I've got myself a darling of a puzzle, and I'm a mind to share it with you. Yes, that's right, we're hopping right back into puzzle gameplay. This is puzzle number 92, Wash Up, worth 30 pickerats. You need to wash your face, but all 13 valves in the sewer piping are shut tight. You have to open the valves to get the water flowing into your sink. So here's your challenge. Direct the water all the way to your sink by opening as few valves as possible. So we need to open at most 2 valves here. 2 valves is the solution for this. But of course you want to route yourself through to get to where you don't need to open a whole ton of valves. I think the easiest way to do that would be to actually start from the end. In a lot of cases, starting from the end of a maze is probably the easiest way to do the maze. Although I'm just tracing it backwards in my head, and I think the route we're going to take is this. Let's see. That valve there. Okay. So this one of these last 3 valves, this one, or this one, is going to have to open. And because we only want to open 2 valves, that is the solution here. We'd either have to go to 2 valves, which fails, and that one would require us to loop all the way through. We can go through this one right here, and then we can either loop up into this portion here, which goes all the way to here, opens that valve and through. Which means the answer is this valve needs to open, and this valve needs to open. Let me just trace that again really quickly in my head. And that seems valid to me. 2 valves should be able to be opened, and yes, Luke looks pleased with that solution. Good job. Now go wash up. Okay. Aha, wonderful work. I was sure that puzzle would floor the both of you, but I guess the joke's on me. Oh well, you win some, you lose some. That was a fun little puzzle. It was called Wash Up. I hope everyone is still taking good care to wash their hands whenever they leave the home. That was a very popular thing to tell people 2 years ago, but, you know, it's still important to do. Also, that was puzzle number 100 that we solved. That was our 100th puzzle. I mean, it wasn't actually puzzle number 100, but it was the 100th puzzle that we solved. And now we have a puzzle in the underground area. Look at how old this picture is. Oh, right, that reminds me of a good one. Would you like to hear it? Sure, this is puzzle number 91, pattern matching, worth 40 pickerats. The large shape below is made up of a pattern. A section of the shape has been removed. If the options are A, B, C, and D, which one should you insert into the large shape to complete the pattern? Alright, so you need to have a good eye for matching a pattern here. I think the best bet would be to identify the shapes that you need. I will actually be using the color identifier because I don't want to have to draw shapes. You can see that all of the oranges are in a diagonal line, as well as all of the blues being in a diagonal line. There we are, a blue dot, as well as the lime greens all being in a diagonal line, and then we need another blue one right there at the end. So we need to find a shape that matches that one, and you can see that it is B. B is the correct solution to this puzzle because it has the shapes and colors that we need. A pretty easy puzzle, I'd say. Excellent. It's just a matter of finding the right matching pattern, but staring at all those different pieces and trying to find the one that fits is more complex than one would think. Yes, I think that the valid solution for that puzzle is easily achieved if instead of looking at your options, you find the solution first. So instead of saying, well, A looks like this, B looks like this, C looks like this, and D has these shapes, you can just say, I need to find one that looks like this, and then search for the solution that way instead of sort of going backwards with it. Anyway, those are the 2 puzzles we needed to pick up, and now we are able to progress into the tower at the edge of town. It is a long trek away, but St. Mystere is all one village, so it's not like it's too far. But now we're finally ready to open the tower doors. Yep, it looks like you solved at least 75 puzzles. Alright then, go on in the tower. Who was that? This place gives me the creeps. Plus, it's all murky in here, and I can't see a thing. Hmm? Oh my. Ah! Oh, they fell. Ugh, my head. Luke, are you alright, my boy? No injuries, I hope? Don't worry, Professor. I'm fine. And yourself? Nothing a good bath later won't solve. More importantly, where are we? This room is stuffed to the gills with curious machines. I've never seen anything like them. What do you suppose they do? What in the world? Look over on that wall, Professor. My word. There are views from all over town displayed here. Don't they almost look like blueprints? And what's this? Almost every villager's name is on this wall. Professor, what if somebody's using this place to keep an eye on what's going on in St. Mystere? Look, there are stairs over there. Let's get out of here. This place gives me goosebumps. Yes, you're right, Luke. Let's head out. Let's head out. Already? We can't even interact with all these funny machines and get puzzle-solving charms and look at these little kids on the ground and read the notebook? Oh, what's this notebook? Did you find something interesting? I think so. This notebook looks like someone's been using it as a diary. Just a little longer now. Soon this village will complete the task it was designed for. I've waited so long for this day, but as it comes closer, I feel a little lonely. I hope that, at the very least, the young mistress finally finds happiness at the end of all this. The poor journal looks like it's been through a lot. All the pages are terribly frayed. I bet all the scraps of paper we found in the village came from here. Aha! Very interesting. Alright, let's do as Luke says and leave the tower cellar. What's this? You!
Huh. You two again. What are you doing here? What are you two up to?
Just a moment, sir. What are you talking about?
I knew it. You came here to steal my secrets, didn't you? Didn't you? Don't play dumb with me. I see right through you. Don't think I haven't been watching. I've seen you two sniffing around every nook and cranny in town, getting in the way of my work. Now I've had it. So unless you want trouble, give me back number 38.
Please calm yourself, sir. Just listen to a moment with what we have to say. We haven't intended to get in the way of your work. We are merely searching for the golden apple. Neither of us knows anything about this number 38 business.
Oh. Did you just say the golden apple? You're really looking for the golden apple then?
Precisely. Do you know anything that could be of help to us?
Huh. So that's how it is, eh? What you're looking for is on the top floor of the tower. But watch out, because the puzzles in this tower are harder than a whole mess of diamond-tipped drills. I know they call you a puzzle master, but are you sure you have what it takes to solve them?
Now why would you go and tell us something like that? I bet you just wanted to set us up to walk right into some sort of trap.
Huh. What would I possibly gain from doing something like that? Not to mention, it's my duty to guide those who seek the golden apple toward their goal. Some mischief maker snuck into the village and had me all confused, but I think I've figured things out now.
Seeing as how it's your duty and all, would you mind filling us in? What is St. Mystere's big secret?
Alright. The name is Bruno. I work for the Reinhold family. For some time now, I've managed St. Mystere from up here in the tower.
Manage St. Mystere? You're the one who manages the life of each of the villagers, aren't you? What in the world are you two talking about? Surely you must have seen them too, Luke. Remember the cogs we found around the village and the list of names we saw in that room? All the villagers in St. Mystere are robots created by Bruno. What do you mean the villagers are all robots? In other words, the inhabitants of St. Mystere aren't human, but intricately constructed machines. They're robots, my boy. I have to say, I'm astonished that anyone could build such an elaborate machine in this day and age. You must be quite the engineer, sir.
Oh ho, aren't you a sharp one? Never managed you'd figure out so much of the mystery by yourself.
What do you mean, sir? St. Mystere isn't a real town. It was constructed by Bruno and the Lake Baron. How am I doing so far, Bruno?
You're right on the money. Master believed that one day an heir worthy of his fortune would come forward. He had me build this city and all who dwell within it to prepare for that day. Then he hid his greatest treasure, the golden apple, away in the top floor of this tower. I was ordered to protect it with my life. Until the person arrives who can solve the puzzle of the golden apple, I will continue to protect it.
Remarkable! I'm impressed at how far Baron Reinhold went to protect his treasure. It's not just any treasure, mind you. The golden apple is the Baron's most precious treasure. Why would he go through all this just to hide his treasure? Why build an entire village to protect it?
Oh, whoops, seems I've let a little loose slip there. I've already said more than I should have. The answers you're looking for are waiting for you at the top of the tower. Go on then. Show me you're the one who can solve the puzzle of the golden apple.
And that solves the tiny cogs puzzle and the abductions puzzle. So, ladies and gentlemen, to recap, the villagers haven't been murdered, kidnapped, any of that. In fact, they're not even humans. There are a select number of humans in this town, but a vast majority of them are all robots. I have no clue who came up with this as a story plot point, but there's the twist of Saint Mystere, ladies and gentlemen. No one is real. Every single person is a robot. Obviously not every single person. Layton's not a robot, and the sorts. Here over here we have a puzzle. Professor, look, the stairs are barred off. Aha, this must be one of the puzzles Bruno warned us about. It doesn't look too difficult. It is perfect timing, my boy. I'm in the mood for a puzzle with some meat to it. So we are now entering the harder puzzles of the game, such as puzzle number 94, Get the Ball Out. As usual, we have a ball, it needs to get out. The perplexing door has a device on it that contains a small red ball in the upper left corner. If you guide the ball to the lower right, to the hole, it might make the door open. Slide blocks out of the way and move the ball to the hole. The shortest possible route involves a casual 21 moves. Now, as always, ladies and gentlemen, please do not expect me to be a master of this specific puzzle. Instead, you can expect me to be a master of all sorts of puzzles that aren't this one. So, in the meantime, please bear with me. Okay, that's not a valid solution either. I like what I was doing, though. I like making room for this larger block to slide around in. But unfortunately, I just keep kind of jackknifing myself into the different areas, which doesn't prove to be too useful. What do we want to do here? Yes, let's proceed this way and that way. And there we can begin to see some puzzly movement. That's not going to do anything for me. Yes. Okay, well that does something. I can get that out of the way and that out of the way. This can go down, over, over, up, over, up. Yes, once again, we do appear to be a little trapped. Oh, that's definitely how you would do it, though. In 21 moves, I did 36, but you could do that in 21. That same strategy would work. Well done! We're able to get the ball to the hole without shuffling too much back and forth. If you had to move the ball lots of times to reach the goal, don't worry. Figuring out how to get into the goal in a few moves provides an interesting puzzle in itself. It is interesting. There we are, Luke. Come on. We must press on. Alright, lead the way, Professor. Say, Professor, something that's been on my mind for a while. Oh, what is it, Luke? When the crank for the bridge was stolen, we were sealed in the village along with Don Paolo. It could just be me, but I feel like that wasn't a coincidence. Somebody planned it. But who? Ha ha ha. Well, Luke, I don't have any direct evidence of it, but I'd wager that it was Bruno's doing. Bruno? Why in the world would Bruno do something like that? Do you remember what he said? It is his duty to show the way to those who seek the golden apple. But naturally, Bruno had no idea what kind of people would come to Saint Mystere seeking that treasure. It's likely he trapped us in a village to buy himself some time to evaluate who we were. He wanted to see if we were worthy of knowing the secret. That's terribly presumptuous of him, don't you think? How could he think either of us are bad people? He doesn't even know us. Ha ha ha. Who knows how Bruno thinks, Luke? I'm just certain he was being careful. After all, Don Paolo managed to sneak in with us. Bruno probably had his hands full and needed time to see what kind of people had entered the village. Oh, that reminds me, I want to ask about that too. Luke, we really should get started here. You can ask me our next question while we're climbing. Sounds like a lovely plan. Oh, solve the crank puzzle as well, and there's a nice little picture of Bruno again on the upper screen. He looks so angry. I don't like him. Alright, now we can proceed climbing the tower to get to tower floor 2. And ladies and gentlemen, we are pretty much just on a puzzle gauntlet here. A very long series of puzzles to solve. And we're just going to get through about half in today's video, and we'll finish the next of it in the next video. Oh, not another locked door. Whoever built this tower must enjoy watching people suffer. Well, my boy, are you just going to stand there and complain about it? No, leave this puzzle to me. Yes, Luke. You will do this. Puzzle number 95, the magic square, worth 60 cigarettes. You need to solve this magic square in order to proceed. A magic square is a set of numbers organized in a square, so that adding any string of 3 numbers, be they horizontal, vertical, or diagonal, results in the same total. 1 and 2 have already been placed on the square for you. Complete the rest of the square to open the lock. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so what this puzzle means, I'm just going to set up an example here, is that no matter how you add up the components of the square, they'll have to equal the same number. So for example, we have a 2, a 3, and a 5. That means that this top row adds up to 10. This row right here equals 10, which means that this row needs to equal 10, this row needs to equal 10, this one, and that one. Obviously 10 is a very high number, so we want to sort of adjust around that. It would be very difficult to keep everything adding up to 10. We would need a 6 here, for example, and then, yeah, we're out of small numbers to go on either side of that. So 10 is not the solution. So let's go ahead and drag all these back, and we can start implementing the solution. So this solution right here, 2, 9, and 4 for the top row, 2 plus 9 being 11, and then the 4 being 15 is what we are searching for. And so we'll be adding up to 15 on all faces. So that means we need the 5 to go here in the middle, and we need the 7 here. 7 and 5 is 12. So we need to have the 3, 6 there, 8 there. And as you can see, this top one's 15, this one is 15, this one's 15, 15, 15, 15. That means our answer is the one that we have shown. I believe it is 294, 753, 618. Excellent. Any three numbers aligned horizontally, vertically, or diagonally should add up to 15. Magic squares have been around for thousands of years. The earliest record of a magic square dates back to 650 BC in ancient China. Very interesting. I got it. The door's open now. Good show, Luke. So what was it you were asking me earlier? I'm all ears now. I wanted to know when Don Paolo snuck his way into the village. It seemed like he followed us here. The only way into St. Mystere is through the drawbridge. Plus, I doubt Franco would let in such an obviously evil character as Don Paolo. Yes, to be honest, I still haven't figured out how Don Paolo entered St. Mystere myself. But it seems that after he made his way in, he tried to stay in Beatrice's inn. Oh, so that's the man who skipped out on his bill. It figures it was Don Paolo. So that weasel did himself up to look like Inspector Chelmy, stuck into the mansion, and... Hold on, when did he kill Simon? We'll get to that in a moment. We must keep climbing. Come along. Alright. We can explore around a little bit. We can interact with different things, sometimes get hint coins, but mainly we're just going to be climbing this rusty tower. Hey! Why is the postman here? Oh wait, he's the explorer, not a postman. Ah, konnichiwa amigos. I'm so glad to see other people. I thought I'd be wandering this place forever. Hey! How did you get in here? There's no way you solved all those puzzles. Je ne sais pas. It just happened. Un momento. I'm wandering the sewers. The next thing you know, I'm here. I take that as this isn't the local hotspot my guidebook promised it would be. How curious. So where would you like to go? If you go down these stairs, you can return to the village proper. Just make sure you don't fall in the large hole by the entrance. Ah, Zizi, that would be enough information to get me there. But may I ask one more favor? All this talk upstairs reminded me of a nazo I know. Answer it for me, por favor. Okay. Puzzle number 96. Take the stairs. You have a business on the 8th floor of a 10-story building. It took you 48 seconds to make your way from the 1st floor to the 4th. If you keep moving at the same speed, how long will it take you to reach the 8th floor from the 4th? Okay, so, as you can see, this elevator here is broken, and that's no good. You have to walk up the stairs. So we have a 10-story building, and it took 48 seconds to make our way from... So we have 48. That was from floor 1 to 4, which means we went 1 to 2 to 3 to 4. Voila. If we keep moving at the same speed, how long will it take you to reach the 8th floor from the 4th? So that would be a jump of another, so we're going from 4 to 8, which is 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. That means if we do some simple math, the answer will come out to be a full stack of 64 seconds in order to get to the top. Of course, I say a full stack because a stack of items in Minecraft is generally 64. Here we are. You're right. Going from the 1st floor to the 4th floor means you climb a total of 3 flights of stairs. Going from the 4th floor to the 8th floor means you have to go up an additional 4 flights of stairs. Voila. Grazi, now I'm ready to go back to the village. What a strange fellow. Professor, do you suppose that man is human? I believe so. He's an odd one, though, isn't he? I've never seen an explorer with such a poor sense of direction. Stranger still is how he entered St. Mystere. I don't think even he knows how he did it. Perhaps his presence yesterday was another reason why Bruno felt compelled to hide the crank. Perhaps. Your guess is as good as mine, Professor Layton. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to end off things here on Tower Floor 3. In the next episode, we will go up to Floor 4, as well as 5, 6, and 7, which is the tippity top. And then we will have seen everything in the tower. I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please like and subscribe, and tell friends on my channel if you think they would enjoy it. It means a lot to me when you guys my videos around. And I'll catch you guys back here next time for my next video. Until then, as always, take care.